Hello, everybody. Welcome back here to the channel. I was guided to make this video about it, and I think that this is going to help you, and, a lot of you here. And what I want to say about it is that it's ending period of uncertainty, certain changes, and so on. Into particularly, we're talking about Taurus. Uranus is evolutionary. Uranus, he wants to make changes. He constantly looking for something new, something more, something more about evolve and so on and so on. And we're gonna see some those energies that right now as a pressures of completing something into the material world. Those changes they're gonna take in by the pretty much like 24th, 25th of April, but we're gonna see something more interesting that when it's moved in there, we're going to see also a huge need to advance. Because as Uranus and Venus is going to be entering Gemini, this is going to be what? Squaring the knots. Everything that squares the knots, it is about fulfilling destiny or repeating the cycle. It is about between the past and the future, between fears and where I need to advance, between sitting ducks or evolution. And we're gonna see some of these changes. I'm gonna be showing up with things, but more about it is like in the next pretty much 24 days. If you struggle with material situations, if you're struggling with where I need to be and so on, if you feel like you are forced to live in a certain place, to move to a different place, this is the time that you should pay more attentions to this, because this energies that it's calling for a reason. Okay, we're probably not going to see it anymore on this lifetime. Uranus has been into Taurus. Okay, but we are finishing and ending certain things within ourselves. So without being, I'm setting up here a little bit the software, so you guys gonna be able to see the things that goes on. And I just put it right into the ascendant, and it's just about a second. You should be able to see it. There he is. That's the chart. So we're going to be focusing right here. This is what Uranus will do. We're going to see this energy as pretty much in the morning. Uranus is going to become Zen straight towards us. We're going to see it from 8, 9, and 10 o'clock energies. We're going to see somehow beautiful. He's going to be taking this focus, okay? This unpredictability, in a way, it is if you don't want to make the changes, it's kind of like changes going to be made for you, okay? And of course, with all these energies, as we are talking about in the next few weeks, we're going to see some Venus that it's right in here. She's going to be traveling right in here. She's going to be joining Uranus. Then she's going to be moving. And a few days later, we're going to see how some Uranus moves in there. But with these energies, we're also going to see some the knots, because the knots are moving this way. Okay? We're going to see some this hurting it up in there towards the past by moving it away from the future, which is this is the knot, because the knot is moving this way and the planets is moving this way, right? So we're going to see a lot of the energy that is going to be charging us forward in a way, but we also have to learn from from the mistakes of the past. So this is going to be on the This is actually is the 6th of April. I'm gonna be giving you the next day. That is gonna be on the 7th. Very beautiful energies because we're gonna start having the inner work with Pluto. There is trining Uranus. And right now, with all these energies of Mars and Neptune, we see some these beautiful sextiles. Whereas everything is gonna start having a harmonizing. If you having a fights about those material changes and so on, ask your soul, ask your spirits, particularly if you have anything in Aquarius. Okay, particularly if you have anything in Aquarius, because Pluto, first of all, is there. But if you have anything on Aquarius, the energy of the Aquarius, the planet that it's in Aquarius, is going to be asking you where you need to grow. Okay, so for example, if you have a Saturn, that's mean learnings, but also Saturn represents what? Restrictions, not to restrict yourself. Okay, you have a moon in Aquarius. This is where the intuition is leading you in there to create, to do something new, to renovate something that is going to be yourself. You got a Jupiter. How is it the growth through innovations to do something out of ordinary? The belief in the energy of the universe itself, that it's coming, these beautiful energies from the sky, that it has to becomes as an emotions, because this is a Aquarius, right? You take the clouds, make some water, and what? Give second chance for life. So this energies is gonna be some quietly beautiful as we are gonna go through this. We're gonna see some this powerful energy even in the 8th. We're gonna see some in the 9th. We're gonna see some in the 10th. We're gonna see some at the 11th. As you see, these energies are right in here. These synchronizations, they're gonna start working on it, but don't resisting changes. Okay, this is not a time for you to resist changes. This is a all the synchronized of the outer planets. Okay, they are coming in to affect the things on us. This is not the personal inner planets. Okay, the personal inner planets, those are the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Okay, they are personal. They are responsible for our personality. The outward planets, that's a whole another ball game, because they are creating this environment so we can be better or worse, so we can get better. Okay, it all depends of how's your personal chart is. What I want to talk about it right here is that here is the squaring of the knot. This is where some of the people is gonna be, oh, this is too good to be true. Oh, this is too great to be, and so on. And here, how this energy is gonna be like, stop, because you are going towards the past. You're gonna be acting through the past without realizing that all this beautiful energy that is gonna be coming in here, particularly as we are talking about. This is 11th of April. Okay, the moon is gonna be with Pluto. You're gonna feel all the energies that it's very beautiful, very powerful in there. We see some Venus and Taurus. She's gonna be on yacht with the shadow, which is the answer is gonna be what? The answer is gonna be here at Gemini. Okay, so pay attention to what you have in Gemini, because Gemini's is what I am surrounding to. Gemini is responsible for your 3rd year. Okay, who you are around you is the same thing, is responsible for your 16th year. So this is where you're gonna figure out that the people who are you are around as a 3-year-old in there, and the people who are 16-year-old, what did you learn from it? Okay, if you are hanging out in a proper crowd, you turn out okay. If you are ending up in the other side of the fence and you wanted to experience some little different things, how did that work out for you? Don't blame your friends. You wanted to have a different experience. And now with these energies that it's there, some of those energies, they are going to be talking about not fulfilling your spiritual evolution's growth that you are going in, because usually the North Node and Pisces, you have to do something divine within you for divine purpose of others. Okay, this is the esoteric part of that astrology. All right. As we are going to be talk about this, the moon is going to be moving out, and here when she's going to be basically joining the knots in there, we're going to have some lots of situations because with this energies, the moon is going to be looking towards going to forward, right? She wants to look at it in there. We're going to have a lot of changes happen. If you have paid attention up in here, right now we have some Mars that it's already in Aries. It's going to be it's supporting all these energies. We're going to have some pretty soon also Mercury that's going to comes in and join and hopping into this. So in a few days, we're gonna see whether the moon is gonna be beginning to join in this pack. How all this is gonna be actually helping right in here. And what is gonna be the help? And this is where the new beginning is gonna start. This is a 16th of April. And at that 16th of April, in there, we're gonna have some communications, visions, actions, learnings, intuitions are coming in together, but lack of authority because the Sun and Chiron has no aspect. When you're in the hospital, do you create any actions? When you're working on healing yourself, can you be able to do something? No, you don't. So be mindful about this because you're going to feel like you have no authority. You want to do something. But this is going to be also the part of the wounded healer. Any of you who are working as healers and you are super hypersensitive into those energies, okay? You need to understand that this is going to be one of your greatest time because you're going to learning that by picking up the other people's energies and give them a support and so on, even if they paying you in there, you don't help them. You're actually trying to fulfill the energies of you helping other people into there, but they are not able to do it. Okay? Because you're gonna figure out that you are here to heal yourself, then helping the people to realize that they have to heal from within them, not constantly coming to you. People who are kind of like, oh, I need this healing, I need this. Can you give me some energy? Can you do me a massage? Can you get the sound bath because it feels good? And then they come back and come back and come back and come back, but they don't heal. You're working from the wounds. Okay. All right. Straighten out that situations with this. I don't know what I'm clicking an hour, but it's about the days. Here's how we're gonna be feeling it after that on the 17th. That the things is going to be different. We're gonna see some that the moon, Chiron, and the sun it's coming. This is one of the mother wants to heal things. Okay, and you need to understand if you don't heal the things, you won't grow. Improper growth in the family when you were a very little, like as a baby. Let's say like as a baby, if your parents were screaming, yelling towards each other, you beginning to developing this energy that you did something wrong. So you hear in these voices instead of beautiful, peace and smiling, right? So this is going to be one of the things because don't forget about it. Aries represents what? The baby, right? And the moon and the sun, as the new moon, is going to beginning at Aries. This is mother, father coming together towards the baby. Have you? They healed something from within. Okay, they did something in there, right? So this is gonna be some a very positive in a way, but you're gonna feel like there is no emotions. There is a lack between authority and intuition. Actually, you're gonna start to understand that this is a new cycle where you wiped it off the old stuff, and you have to start building new ways of thinking, new authority from with your own self. All right. Here it's the moments that the moon is going to be joining Venus, is going to be empowering. Venus is like, you know what? With love intentions, please move forward. Okay. as we see it, there's going to be like pretty much not that many aspects in here, but the moon is going to say like, you know what? You have to begin to learn to be a friend. Okay? Friendshipness. The sun is going to be start squaring Pluto. This is for your authority does not want to change. How on earth, you feel like you need to, must, and so on to change, but you don't want to change? What do you hold on to it? Do you hold on to material way of life? Do you hold on to material possessions? Are you afraid of surviving? Or are you gonna roll your sleeves and you're gonna figure out these things out? And that's gonna be lying in your authority. Okay? Very, very crucial where you have it for us. All right, keeping it going. We're gonna see some these energies of Venus is gonna be joining. That's gonna be happening on the 23rd of April. Venus is gonna be adjoining Uranus. You are going to fall in love with the sudden changes. You're finally getting it that your love and values has to do with evolution. Love and values has to do with a lots of things that needs to be processed, and you need to be surrounded by the crowd. Okay. Finally, if there is not the right crowd, you're gonna be okay. Ask Taurus. Taurus loves to have friends and give some, all those beautiful barbecue dinners and so on, food and enjoyments and so on. Go ahead and tell Taurus that, oh, you didn't do this good or you disrespect them. God bless your soul. That's all I want to say. God bless your soul, because Taurus is going to be like, we're done. You make a Taurus mad, you're done. At some point in all these things in Taurus, they're like, they can see you in the street and they can just pass you by. It's like you're dead. You're nobody. Yeah, very interesting, this energy. But here in these positions about it is this love and values towards certain changes. And you understand you have to learn to change. New life is going to be costing your old life, but the new life is going to bring what? New, different perspectives within yourself. All right, here we're seeing that the Venus is already moving into Gemini, the more friendliness that is going to be empowered. Particularly, we are talking about with Pluto. Okay, very beautiful, very powerful transformations that is going to be coming in with these ignitions of the Moon and Leo. That is going to beginning to empower all this pack. Okay, it's going to be a very interesting how you're going to be learning. But this is also going to be a first quarter moon, and with people who does not want to change, they're going to missing the stuff. Okay, you're going to feel like, oh, I miss my boat, I miss my train, I miss my flight, right? You're going to know about it. You're going to know about it. And with that being said, here is 26th of April. This is where actually the moon is going to be a squaring Uranus. You're going to feel like, oh, what should I have done? Maybe I didn't did the good things. I didn't did. You're going to be making this logical configurations from within yourself. What did you did? What did you not? What is all the things that suddenly changes, and what else I need to do? But that is going to be a very powerful moments, because Pluto and Neptune, they're going to be empowering you. It says like, don't come here into the south node. Don't go into the past. Don't repeating the past, because you're going to feel it coming. Okay? Because the past is what? It's gone. You need to focus more on where you are going. And with those unpredictable changes that Uranus is going to be start coming in, some of those changes you need to understand you have no control over, but you have control of how you're going to be reacting to it. And listen to your little voice, that little soul inside of you, that it's giving you whispers where you need to be or how you need to be. And if you feel like nobody understands you, nobody wants to be with you, nobody would get in it, you're on the right path. Because where there is no path, you're the one who makes the path. And nobody understands you, that you're creating path for them. All right? That's all I wanted to say, guys. I want to say thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. And I'm going to make some more videos here. All right, guys. Much love. I will see you soon.